Hello there, it's Pudding back with the third dosage for today. So, this is a rarity. We don't often see three doses in one sitting. But here we are. So, this is a game that's going to be an interesting one. I am looking forward to seeing what kind of reaction I get to this one. Because this right here is a Smolensk game, but a few things happened that I think were noteworthy. Um, so we'll see, If you guys think that this is a bit, it's oh no, it's a Smolensk, then that's fair. I understand the ship is very, very strong, I guess, to put it lightly. Um, so in that instance, if you'd like to just voice your frustrations on the ship, go ahead, because I have them too. But you know what they say: if you can't beat them, join them. However, with that said, let's get into the actual game itself. So, Yu Yang basically isn't doing his job. The Yu Yang is, it's basically a gearing. So he should be in the fucking cap, but he's not. He's not even going to go near the cap once this game. We only have two DDs, and the other one is going to C. Granted, he is at least going to the cap, but, the Yu Yang should be in there too. With that said, though, the Midway does decide he wants to feed me all of his planes. So with that said, we're not going to say no. So we shoot down a few here and there. He chunks us reasonably well. It takes us a few moments to realise that he knocked our rudder out as well. But, yeah. I shouldn't really have repaired that, though, because, well...
Problem solved, sir.
It was a second or two away from, expiring, essentially, so we could have gotten away with not repairing that, and we'd still have done fine, but, yeah. But, here we are. So, we'll take what we can get in that sense. So, what we will do is we will go and sit behind this island. Since if the Yu Yang is going down that way anyway, we'd may as well take advantage of it and throw some shells, at, everything. Because, that's what this ship does. That's what this ship specializes at. It's just sheer DPM. So, there's that. The Groz gets spotted. And I think it takes us a few moments to realize this. But with that said, we are going to get some more shells into the Groz. Eventually, we're going to reverse a bit so we can get our shells over the island. And then, now that we can get our shells over, we're going to start dackering in his general direction. So, with that said, we've not really hit much yet, but see, there we go. And this is something that Smolensk is really just stupid at, is the whole I'm going to break everything on your ship and you're going to like it thing. So yeah, that's always good. So we are just barely able to shoot over this island. We're not getting many shells through, but you take what you can get and all that. I think it's only the top portion that we were getting through. So yeah. And the reason this happens, I believe, is that if it hits the island before the shell renders properly, it can do stuff like that, basically, where it keeps going even though it's, hit an island. It won't do anything on the other end, but it still it takes its usual shell travel and then just kind of eventually like stops. But like it can't hit anything and it can't do any damage. It's just a quirk of the game, I guess. And it didn't used to be a problem either, to be honest. It was one of those things like, I think this is something that was added with like the ridiculous HE spammers because they could basically break a part of the engine to a point. So it's like, I'm pretty sure it is just like the engine not liking what's happening or something. So, but then again, it's like, I mean, Smolensk already breaks a part of the engine. So if you're trying to smoke fire a what's it called? A Smolensk. The shells will appear to come from the smoke a lot sooner, like a lot further backwards or forwards, I think, than they actually are. Just because it fires so quickly, because she fires so quickly. So, you know, that's something of a consideration. So, yeah. If you guys would prefer I don't do Smolensk videos in the future, just let me know. I will do what I can, but like, yeah. So a few people take some pot shots at us. Seems we were spotted there by air. And we've lost a fair chunk of health. We can heal some back, so that's fine. I mean, in fairness, I think Smolensk would have been a bit more balanced if she didn't have a heal, honestly. Like, yeah, sure, it's like, it's got the smoke and the ridiculous firepower, but, you know, once you run low on health, that's it. Like, I can see it. I could see that working, honestly. But, you know, it's one of those things. I do think she is a bit strong, which is why I bought one in the first place, is just because, well, it's going to be removed from sale eventually, so may as well get it while it's still good. Well, okay, when I say sale, I of course mean it's going to be removed from the armory, because, yeah. I don't think they'll nerf it, but I think they will probably just remove it from the armory. That sounds more wargaming. And I wanted to grab one before that happened, just purely because, like, well, you know, I have basically all of the, like, rare ships nowadays, so I've got, and when I say rare, I don't mean, like, the Clan Battle Rewards ones, so, like, I don't have, anything like that, but what I do have is, like, Missouri, Belfast, you know, stuff like that. I've got. But with that said, this currywurst is coming round. We finished the currywurst off. And this is a kind of dangerous point for me, is where I'm having to weave about in between these torps. Purely because... purely because... First off, no damage con. So if I eat one of these, I may flood. And if I flood... that's going to be a fair bit of damage, which, in fairness, I can heal back some of that. But then the other side of things is the fact it puts me on a very straight and narrow course. And that is a problem. Because in that straight and narrow course, it makes it very predictable as to where I'm going. So it makes it a lot easier to actually shoot at me. Which is, you know, not ideal. But yeah, so this Yamato is the one on the receiving end of my relentless fire currently. And the noteworthy things will happen soon. So, at current, since it's a bit quiet now, 104,000 damage, 20 aircraft shot down, 1 ship sunk, 6 fires, 333 shell hits, and 3 incapacitations and 1 spotting. So, with that said, we're doing reasonably well. I know this isn't even close to what Smolensk is capable of, but it's something. We'll take what we can get. So, with that said, we've taken it upon ourselves as near enough the only functioning DD on this side, even though we're not a DD, may as well be, as the only one really stealthy enough to. I mean, the Zhao would probably have fared a bit better, but then he doesn't have the get out of jail free card that I have, which is my smoke. So we've decided we're going to cap. Now we're going to smoke our way in,
Smoke generator started.
and then we are going to Dakar. So smoke set. And now it's time to Dakar. Pop up our hydro because there was a gearing spotted in this general area.
Smoke screen set.
So we want to make sure we don't get torped to death. Now at this point I should have switched to AP, honestly, and farmed his superstructure, but I hadn't thought about that at the time. There will, yeah, see, there we go, there's the AP. And like, honestly, the AP, when it gets through, you can do some proper work with that. And the AP is going to come in very useful shortly. So we're going to get the cap in 10 seconds, well, less than that now. And then the AP comes in handy. Now we see this Smolensk coming round, and we decide to load the AP. So there's that. Yep, see, there we go. AP's being loaded. And this is where the noteworthy stuff happens. Okay, so in a very, very short period of time, we are able to basically 100 to 0 this Smolensk. Now, we didn't do it completely alone, mind you, but he dies. Predictably. 5 citadels total. And then I was going to go round for this Yamato, but then something crops up that takes my attention. And this guy has literally just seen what happened to this Smolensk. Right? He's literally just seen what happened to their friendly Smolensk. So that one that I just killed, right? He's just seen what's happened. Now, he knocks out our engine, so we kind of have to repair that. Now, this Smolensk is starting to shoot at us. Now, he's just seen what happened to his other Smolensk, his friendly Smolensk. So what the fuck is he expecting to happen here, right? And you'll see what I mean in a moment. So he just saw what happened to his, friendly Smolensk, right? And so like, yeah, we do that. We don't get any damage the first time, but it's one of those things. So we load the HE, and then he starts to take off his angle, and like, he saw what happened to his friendly Smolensk when he was showing broadside. Like, what was he expecting? Like, yeah, what? So yeah, that was fun. I'm not sure what the guy thought was going to happen, but like, yeah, okay. So we are going to eat one of those, unfortunately. But there goes the AA defense expert. And there's the gearing. So we smoke up, in any case, and yeah, we only just manage it, but unfortunately, we're burning, and we don't have. We've got time until our heal comes up, and the midway gets us anyways. But with that said, we did fairly decent damage, I would reckon. And an AA defense expert. I mean, in fairness, this ship is very strong. But yeah, so the midway is we've won this game. Like we've genuinely won this game. And like, this was a fucking stomp. But as the sub commander guy says, it was a good game. I think that sub commander guy is is one of their Smolensks. I'm not sure if that's the one. Given he's got 2 kills, I'd imagine that was the other guy, not the first one, maybe. So I ask what he's done in terms of damage. Just, he seemed friendly enough, so, why not? So we ask and we get an answer, and yeah, it's nice. And we do get one before the guy dies. So, 78k could be better, as he says. But that's not horrible. It's bad for what Smolensk can do, but, it's not the worst. It could have been worse. Of course, I may be gloating a little bit here when I mention how much I did, but it's a fair chunk of damage. So I'm gonna be proud about it. So, and as mentioned, this is the damage record for my ship, for this boat in particular. My actual damage record, my proper damage record, is like 255k. But with that said, we will get on to the post-battle results. So we managed 9.2k XP, 558 free XP. Once again, not running premium, so these numbers could be better. 171,480 damage, 517 shell hits, 43 planes shot down, so an AA defense expert. 3 incapacitations, 4 ships sunk, and if we'd have not died to the midway, we would have gotten 5, possibly. 7 fires, 8 citadels, 2 defended ribbons, 1 solo cap, and 1 spotted ribbon. We of course won the game, and now onto our onto our base XP, which we get 3,077. Excuse me. 3,077 base. I would argue that was a good game. I do apologise if these screenshots look smaller than the other ones. So this game was taken at the other halves, and my monitor there is a taller aspect ratio than my one here, so it's a bit shit, honestly. So that's 1920 by 1200. This is 1920 by 1080. So there is an indiscrepancy there, and the system has to make up for that by basically making the black bars here bigger, in order to maintain the aspect ratio so it doesn't look squashed. So it's not ideal, but hopefully you can read it. If not, I've read off of most of the important stuff, so it's fine. But yeah, so with that said, that'll be it for me from me today, rather. On the off chance you would like to see all of the games, be them good or bad, as mentioned in the previous videos, you can find me on Twitch. And when I am on Twitch, you'll see all sorts. It's not all just tier 10s as well. I am grinding through several lines at current, so keep that in mind. Some good games will come out of it, some bad games will come out of it. If you would like to see more of this kind of content, of just the good games, feel free to drop me a subscription on YouTube. It doesn't cost anything, just as following me on Twitch doesn't cost anything. So, have at it if you wish. If you like the content, be sure to leave a thumbs up, because that does help, I think. Yeah. And as mentioned, the link to my Twitch will be in the description. If you would like to have a look at that, feel free to drop me a subscription here and a follow there if you would like. It doesn't cost anything, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you would like to speak to Pudding, or you would like to speak to, say, some of the regulars that we get on stream and that you'll have seen in some of these games, for example, Resh, and if you like memes and so on, we have our local meme dealer, and so on and so forth. So with all of that said, If you would like to see more of really any of this kind of content, just like let me know. If there's anything you don't like, so if you think there's something I've done wrong, or if you think there's something I could do better, like in terms of the content itself, let me know. I can't fix it if I don't know of any kind of problems. So yeah, if there's anything you think I should do different or better or whatever, let me know in the comments. Constructive criticism is gladly accepted. So if there is anything you would like to suggest or what have you, just put it in the comments. If you would like to see a specific ship played, assuming I have the ship, I'm more than up for playing that. And I will put out like a nice game or two. But once again, if you would like to see any particular ships, just pop it down in the comments. I'll get right on it if I've got the ship. If you are going to make a suggestion, I would recommend taking my name here, the Tsubasa Hanekura one. Yes, I'm a weeb. Be quiet. Put that into like WoW's numbers or WoW stats or something, and you should be able to get a list of the ships that I've at least played from that. If there's anything in there you'd like to see played, just let me know and I'll see if I can pull a good game for you. But with that said, I need to be on my way. I will see you all again next time with some luck. As mentioned, if there is anything you would like to suggest, be that constructive criticism for the actual content itself, or ships you would like to see played, just let me know in the comments and I'll get right on it if I've got the ships. You can also do this in the Discord itself as well if you would like. I accept constructive criticism of all sorts. It doesn't matter, even if it's specifically for the content itself. If there is anything you would like to bring some constructive criticism to the table for, saying that all the time is getting difficult. But if there's anything you would like to bring up some constructive criticism for, just let me know. I'm more than happy to take this kind of stuff on board. But with that said, I will see you all again next time. Do take care, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it happens to be there. Take care of yourself. Don't do anything stupid. And I will see you all again next time. Well, assuming you've not done anything stupid in the meantime, I will see you all again next time. But yeah, I will see you all then. Do take care, everyone, and have yourself a wonderful, morning, evening, night, what have you. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.